Grand evening, January 1st, Thursday, 2026, 9:19 p.m. I don't know how many G's is on this, and 100% charging. All right, I have moved the app to my tablet so that I can be more focused on goals and tasks and so forth and so on after a harrowing end of the year. It was just wild. It was like rapid succession things that were challenging, very challenging, just so challenging. Oh, right. I forgot I have free will. One second. Now that I remember that I have free will. Yeah. So 2026 is going to be whatever it's going to be. I know that, like, in I'm supposed to be like, oh, well, I'm going to do a thing. With it being on my tablet, the video probably won't move as much as it used to. But that's okay too. You see these? It still work. I still do the thing. I can still take the camera and move it a little bit. It's doing some stuff. 111 the clock. I don't need anything. I don't need anything. That's... okay, I forgot where the camera was again. Oh. I know there was like a minute and a half of me not saying anything. I apologize wholeheartedly. So what I wanted to talk about was, like, I'm gonna call this Bearli Becoming, and I'm intentionally going to make this a small podcast about what it is and how it is. I have, like you all have, many things lined up and in process to be done, and I think sometimes that comes off as... I feel like if it's not your direct support team, that people think you're cocky, or they challenge the idea of you being able to have a process. They challenge, like, what I think is, I think it's a them thing. I don't think it's a you thing. I think it's a them thing. But they challenge the idea that it could be something that you're going through. I know this seems really disjointed. I promise it's going to have some kind of conclusion by the time we get to 10 minutes, if we even get to 10 minutes. But, like, I really wanted to, like, put effort into saying, like, I'm barely becoming. What I'm becoming has already been decided by the universe, and I am just in lieu of the process that's happening and occurring with my vessel. I was talking to my sibling earlier today, saying how I was such a destructive force prior to this particular point in time. And the destruction that I used to cause in the world is completely different than the thing that I do right now. Now, because of choices that I made while houseless and or, with the expertise of having money and not having money, I get watched by, several variations of people and entities, companies, and corporations. So not only am I trying to be mindful about, like, what I attract as far as attention is concerned, but, like, what I do with said attention. Deep sigh. But I say that to say is, like, I'm not attempting to create harm. But that does not mean that my being and my becoming will not be harmful to some. In no way, shape, or form am I being like, oh, well, I'm the safest thing in the world because I've stopped being a destructive force. No. I have literally been someone's destruction prior to this point in time in this engagement, and I recognize that multiple times over. Even those who have been a destructive force for me, whether that be heartbreak or houselessness or the destruction of a business or a proposal that was once explained, or, whatever that may be. Those people weren't deliberately trying to hurt me. They weren't deliberately trying to cause me pain. Just their experience with the world at that particular engagement caused me pain. And the lesson that I got from having that experience with pain gave me a lot of the foundation of what I'm becoming as of right now. Again, the becoming is like ethereal, it's just happening. Ethereal. Inferior is the world. Ethereal is the outer world. The Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds 2 was just released. If you like gaming, you should try it out. It's pretty cool. this was not sponsored. This is all me. But having become the age that I am, recognizing that doesn't change any of my thoughts or ideas, because it's been some time and I thought like this for a while. I thought like this for a while. Even the video transitions are slower. But also my tablet's fucking huge, so that's not really 10 inches of display. HD camera. I I couldn't figure out what the quality of the front-facing camera was, so I couldn't tell you. Don't know how many megapixels I'm shooting with. I think I'm content with saying that I'm becoming, and this is the process of that. And if you guys are sticking around, hopefully you get something out of what I'm becoming. Hopefully, together, our growth can be something that helps us both. Hopefully, we get to share this experience with others that come after us so that they can also become more or become whatever they want, become less. Be less, I think black women was less after Trump got handled, the fucking country. They, in conclusion, all jumped together and opted out. And I was like, good for you guys, because you guys been doing shit for a long time. You need to just chill. But that's the counselor therapy, psychologist in me that just thinks that everybody should rest, because I think that we're all experiencing zoology to some extent. So we should have been resting a while ago, because we, as human beings, as mammals, should not be locked in cage. Every cage isn't steel bars. Some of them are 3-bedroom houses with cars. So just having an experience, feeling pretty full of myself and that rice and beans. It was even a little special because I put some collard in it. You don't even know. I be making rice and bean feel like it's phenomenal. All right, I'm gonna get off now because I'm just talking about random stuff. I don't know if I'll have another one of these anytime soon, because I'm pretty content with myself right now at this particular instance, even after having harrowing experiences. So this might be the last video that you see on this account for a while. I'm going to even toss it up on my YouTube channel, and it'll go onto my Spotify playlist so that it'll be up there too. If I do come back with some stuff, it'll probably be little blips of projects. But I think the tool that I was using, that was a podcast and a verbal display of my own personal confusion that initially got me the popularity that made this account, is probably going to stop. And should I do any particular thing that I want to display, I will come back and check in and show some stuff. There are some acquaintances that I have made on this site that are worth checking out, but I've already unfollowed most of the people that I followed. Just like 300 or so that I can't unfollow because they either got terminated or don't exist anymore. Just off the giggles and strength. But I don't think I'm going for the follower count thing again. I don't think I'm going for trying to be popular right now. That I ever tried to be popular, but I'm just recognizing that I don't think right now what I want to be doing is gaining fame. Nor do I want infamy. I don't want infamy. I don't want infamy. So I'm just saying maybe this is goodbye. I'm barely becoming a person you used to watch. I'm barely becoming a person that no longer needs this tool to feel successful. What I previously got from this engagement, I no longer receive from it. So this doesn't serve me in the way that it used to. I mean, I'll still come in and watch some things every so often because I've yet to break the addiction of the devices that I own. But I don't think I'll be doing this as frequently as I was previously. Don't worry, I can see that my lip is dry too now that I've been staring into the camera. I saw it just a second ago. I didn't rewind for it. I just happened to look down and see that my mustache was covered in my skin, and I was like, damn, I'm dry. That chop is chopped. Yeah, okay. I think I put a good amount of effort into displaying that this was barely happening. And since this is going to be a podcast, I'm going to hit you with this has been barely doing stuff. Episode Infinity. Thank you for spending some time with me and walking through my process as I decided to release what this was and become something else. I say at the end of my messages, all is well. Always, always. Even when we don't enjoy it. Because even though I have had a life that would kill most people, I am grateful to have become the person that I am. And I don't think I would change any of it. Not one moment. So I love you. See you around.